It's a very happy moment for the Delhi government that the new chairperson DRC is taking office today. And I must also say that it's also a happy moment because the Lordship is taking office at a time when the Delhi power sector is at its best shape ever historically, sir. It's never been better. This year our outages have been the least ever. Financially, the DISCOMs are doing very well, and the coordination between the DISCOMs, between the departments, our own transmission company, and the DRC has been wonderful. So a lot of new things we've been able to do in the last 2 or 3 years. So we're very much hoping that this trend will continue under Sir's leadership. And I must appreciate the kind of great support that under the leadership of Honorable CM and Honorable Minister of Power, which has allowed this coordination to bring us so far. So I now thank you.
अरे स्टिल थोड़ा सा देख लो भाई, पीछे भी देख लो। स्टिल भाई साहब क्यों नाश कर रहे हो यार? बोलना यार, बोल दो यार, बोल दो भाई।
Okay, you are looking at pictures coming to you from the national capital. The Chief Minister is in a meeting with with the Deputy Chief Minister as well as the Health Minister Manish Sisodia and Satyendra Jain also present there. There are certain new announcements that we just heard where the government is now taking claim for certain achievements that have been made during their tenure. But the larger question that we are focusing on right now is when will governance really return? All this while the Aam Aadmi Party has been complaining about work being stalled at the LG's office. The face-off in a way continues because there are a lot of pending issues. There's no clarity on the issue of administrative services, on the ACB and who controls them. Though the Aam Aadmi Party claims that the balance of power has been restored and other than public order, land and police, everything else should be under the control of the Delhi government. However, that opinion has been disputed, so there are certain clarifications being sought now on the Supreme Court's judgment that sought to interpret Article 239 AA. A day after Aam Aadmi Party government claimed victory following the Supreme Court order on Article 239 AA, it seems some issues, like I said, still remain unresolved between the AAP government and the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. The face-off continues. Issues such as services, stamp duty, ACB, appointment of prosecutors, etc. remain contentious between both the sides.
The Supreme Court order clearly enumerates how and what kind of subjects will come under the Delhi government as well as which subjects will continue to stay with the central government. Well, the judgment clearly states bifurcation of the rules that the Delhi government needs to follow and the rules that will continue to stay with the Delhi LG. And we have seen how the SC verdict, the Supreme Court verdict, has also said that neither will have any absolute power but will continue to uphold the constitutional rights of each and every department there. Now, Deputy CM Manish Sisodia today just addressed a press conference stating that after the Supreme Court's verdict, they came out and took out an order on transfer postings of DANIX officers, DAS cadre officers, and these are the orders that the officers are resisting at this point. Also talking about the crucial angle of service as well. There is a MHA order from 2015 that clearly enumerates, and let me read it out to you, that subclause A of clause 3 of the article 239 AA also qualifies that matters under the state list or the concurrent list as far as many such applicable to the union territories, and under this provision a reference may be made to the entry 41 of the state list, which deals with the state public services, state service commissions which do not exist in the national capital region. This was one of the notifications that had transferred the public services as well as transfer posting of officers to the Lieutenant Governor's office, while the Aam Aadmi Party-led Delhi government's interpretation of the entire judgment says now that this comes under their control. The bureaucracy from the LG side is resisting it.
बड़े दुर्भाग्य की बात है कि उसके बावजूद ऑफिसर्स ने उस आदेश को मानने से मना कर दिया है। हमें आश्चर्य हो रहा है कि अगर देश में लोकतंत्र है और अगर लोकतंत्र में अदालतों के आदेश इस तरह से ऑफिसर्स मानने से मना करेंगे, ऑफिसर्स से इस तरह से मानने से मना करवाया जाएगा, तो लोकतंत्र कैसे चलेगा। हो सकता है किसी केंद्र को अच्छा ना लगा हो सकता है एलजी साहब को अच्छा ना लगा हो सकता है कुछ ऑफिसर्स को अच्छा ना लगा हो, लेकिन अदालत के आदेश अच्छे लगने और नहीं लगने से सीमित थोड़ी होते हैं। अदालत के आदेश तो कानून से सीमित चलित होते हैं, और अगर अदालत ने, संवैधानिक पीठ ने कोई आदेश दिया है तो उसको मानिए।
Various services, ACB is in any case a police station, so that shouldn't be much confusing. Appointment of special prosecutor, stamp duty, those 9 petitions are where they are. The individual benches will now adjudicate on it based on the constitutional bench's clear enunciation about 239AA. So this was a reference to that.
We must understand when matters come up to the Supreme Court, that too before constitution benches, to decide the law, the constitution, and to interpret. It is not a question of a victory of A organization versus B organization. These are positions which are granted under the constitution, and it is for the constitution bench to actually enumerate, elucidate, to recapitulate what the constitution does, and to state a position thereon. It is not as if it's a victory vis-a-vis one or the other. These are legal positions, and I don't see how it can be credited as a victory for Aam Aadmi Party. It isn't as if the Aam Aadmi Party or the Council of Ministers or the Chief Minister can do what they want and when they want. It isn't as if the court has held that the Lieutenant Governor has no powers. It isn't as if the court has held that there is no special status of Delhi. So the question of victory of anybody doesn't arise. It is for a constitutional position to be demarcated.